The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, impromptu Q&A. This fucking computer is gay. Gay. Fuck! Work! Oh my god.
Shall we play?
Best pre-roll ever.
You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast that loves answering all the questions you have. I'm your host, Kaleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig.
And Zach.
And today, guys, obviously, very clearly, we are going to be doing, not a review. We're going to be reviewing and answering your questions, though.
Reviewing the questions?
Yeah. So we've got kind of a lack of questions on the phone line, 385-204-3921. That's where you can reach us to lend us your vocal cords. But you can also go to our Discord. It's in the Twitter for the show and my own Twitter at NewClan Podcast, at UFF Podcast. Join that. Ask your questions there. There's a good discussion section for all the questions. About a third of people understand that concept. Be part of that third. Yeah. But yeah, that's where we're at for today. And what's everybody been up to these last few weeks? What's everyone been playing?
Fucking nothing.
You haven't played anything?
Nope.
Oh, whatever. Shut up. I don't believe you.
One or none, Craig?
Yeah, I haven't played anything.
Nothing.
Nope.
In 2 weeks. How? How is this possible?
I just haven't felt the desire.
You haven't felt the desire?
Yeah.
You didn't play any video games for real?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah. You can only masturbate so many times until it hurts, so I don't believe you didn't play anything.
Well, I've been trying to find out how many times that is, and I haven't reached it yet.
You haven't found that peak?
No.
Is your eyesight getting worse? Are you getting more blind?
His hand palms are
I
getting
don't
hairy.
think I'd be able to tell.
Yeah. Are your palms hairy, or are you just too blind to see it?
No,
He's weak. Mom spaghetti.
I think they're fine.
All right. That's crazy, Craig. I don't think we've ever had an episode of this podcast where you didn't play a game.
I know.
Even a week.
Fucking 2020.
Yeah, it's destroying everything.
Yeah,
destroying
well, I mean,
all.
I'm in the middle of a move, so that's...
What do you mean in the middle of a move? Are you packing all your shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've been packing all my shit, which is partly why I haven't played anything.
Well, I mean, how far are you guys even moving? Is it like a town?
No, it's like a mile.
Well, then do you really
Where
need to
we are.
pack?
Not really, but we want to make the move super easy because we have to be out of the house by Halloween. So we just want to make sure everything's ready to just be either stored for a couple days or ready to be able to just go over to the other place.
Okay. That's fair. Man, that's crazy, though. Yeah, I don't think we've had one single episode of this show where you haven't played something.
Yeah.
All the wheels are coming off of this year, man. We're grinding on the bottom of the car, slowly sliding towards the end. Fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
What about you, Zach?
I did. I had to write them down, though, because I was forgetting.
Oh, so you're the opposite. You wrote.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I just wanted to make sure I knew the names of these games. So
No, so you played so many that you don't remember their names.
yeah, that's
No,
exactly
he just
what it
beat
is.
a bunch of like 20-second games just so he can like try and beat me.
Well, I'm try,
You
dude.
becoming-
The end of this year is going to be great because your rule is over,
No, it's
at least for a year.
Angry ass black dude is strong within you.
Yeah,
His bullshit 5-minute games.
I can feel you inside
I
me.
can play those same games. Just remember that.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm playing though.
You have to.
I don't. So this week, so I actually got a PC this last week because I have some really nice friends.
Yeah,
Yeah, they all pitched in to build me a PC for my birthday.
they all, huh?
Yeah, well, except for Craig, because Craig hates me.
And Schweiss.
Just kidding, yeah, and Schweiss. I said friends. I don't know if you guys were my friends.
Oh.
No, just kidding. Yeah, like... so
No,
I was
we're
kinda
just
fun-
hosts together.
Yeah,
we
we're
don't
just
give a
hosts,
shit
yeah.
about you.
Yeah, we don't even like each other
I
anymore.
knew it. This marriage
just
isn't
here.
This marriage isn't working.
Yeah, we're just here for the kids. You and Cameron.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and one of them's gone because he's got the polio.
Yeah, one of them's the leper. We don't bring him out.
He's got rickets. So, we're just So I played this game called Thumped, which is actually like pretty cool. Like I saw it and I was like, I'll try it. And it's kind of sweet. Double Kick Hero. I put some time into Tales of Berseria, and I fucking love that game.
It's pretty sweet.
I've only got like 5.5 hours into it, but like, God, it's so fun.
Does it have like 7 different cutscene styles like the one before it? There's like high def cutscene. There's like in game cutscene. There's cutscene and anime cutscene.
Yeah, it does.
It has the anime cutscene, and then it has those like skit
visual
things
novel
where it's
cutscene,
like
yeah.
but they're like all fully voice acted.
Is the soundtrack ridiculous too?
It's really good.
You know what's funny, Craig?
What?
Speaking of Tales, we did Tales of Zestiria for the podcast,
Okay.
and I don't remember. I remember kind of one song. You know what game I remember a bunch of songs from, Craig?
What?
No.
Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. I remember like 4 songs from that game. Why is that?
It's because it only had 4 songs, and it was 50 hours.
Like, why do I remember that? Why is that in? It's in.
Because that was the song that it played every time there was like a tense moment, which was like all the time.
The flying trumpets. Like, I'll never forget, man. Never forget where I was.
The Tales game has like 50 different songs in it. Fucking Digimon has like 5.
Yeah. That's cool, though. I heard that the one that we reviewed was the worst, which is like a pretty good sign. If that's the worst one. So Berseria is supposed to be...
Dude, Berseria is fun. It's way cool.
Yeah.
I like the combat system a lot. Then I played West of Dead, which is pretty rad. It's a roguelike shooter, but it's voice acted by Ron Perlman, like he's the main character.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you're like in purgatory and you're trying to figure out like why you got sent there. So you're like opening up memories to like why you died.
Nice.
Like these are cool. I played the Attack on Titan 2 game, which I need a fucking controller for on my PC because the menu button that helps me continue isn't like it's not on a key on my keyboard.
What?
Because I pressed every goddamn key on my keyboard and it won't go anywhere. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm gonna go buy an Xbox controller today.
You can plug in a PS4 controller.
Dude, it wouldn't read my PS4 controller.
There's a program you got to download.
Oh, makes sense. Okay, I'll do that. And then I played some StarCraft 2 this morning before. I woke up early. I played some of that before I came in to the podcast today.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've always liked Age of Empires more than StarCraft.
StarCraft.
But I acknowledge that StarCraft is actually better. I just don't like the theme as much.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, I dig it. I dig the shit out of it.
Because StarCraft isn't like shitty. Age of Empires units like trip over each other and like get clogged up, and they're pretty dumb.
Yeah. They're fucking dumb.
But yeah, StarCraft, they're not dumb. But I don't know. There's always been something about it that just I don't like as much. Maybe it's the fantasy setting or the sci-fi setting that I'm not as
could be.
into.
I don't know, man. I like the Zerg.
Yeah.
Some of that Kerrigan. So like,
Yeah, is that your preferred pronoun on that game? Is
yeah,
Zerg?
Zerg is my preferred pronoun. Yeah.
I just every time I hear that, I just think Toy Story, like Zer. I
Yeah.
just think of Zerg. You know,
Yeah.
it's fucking Buzz Lightyear's arch nemesis.
I am your father.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I played this week.
Well, damn. All right. I played exclusively Oh, no. You know what? I played 2 games in the last 2 weeks. First one, I'm pretty sure maybe I played this more than, I don't know, the Conan game on PS3. I did start it. I played about an hour. For some reason, every time I get into a cutscene, it like freezes, and then I'll like hold the PlayStation button, and then I'll like let it go again, and the cutscene will kick on. It's not a very good game. It's kind of like super clunky, and it reminds me more of, it's like a hybrid between God of War and that 300 Paths to Glory game on PSP.
Okay.
Which, that's not a very good game either.
But one of those games is a good game.
God of War is a good game, yeah.
Something.
It's kind of like, it's like a slow God of War that's extremely clunky. It's kind of cool, though.
That reminds me of a game I played called Blood Forge. It's like exactly like that. It's like just a slower God of War.
Yeah, but in this one, like, I cut down some trees and found a chick with her tits out.
Nice.
And I was like trying to find the fuck minigame thing, but it doesn't exist in Conan. And I'm like, in Conan it should exist more.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, it should be, every 5 seconds you should find some chick. But no, she's just there with her top off.
Dude, I feel like the perfect Conan game would be like a rip-off of Witcher 3.
Yeah, like you really get the world.
Every single way, yeah. Because like he like goes and kills the monsters and shit, and then he's gotta like fuck the women's, which happens in Witcher 3.
Yeah.
It would be perfect.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great universe to explore to that depth.
Yeah.
But it's not a very fun game, sadly. I also played a ton of Final Fantasy XIV. That's kind of my focus right now until I finish that, and then I'm going to switch over and do Ghost of Tsushima, which I did play like a few hours of. Probably like 4 or 5 hours of Ghost of Tsushima. It's cool. It's very cinematic. It's like immediately an open world game though. And one of the things that I like about it so far is the side stories. They are pretty good. They're like pretty in depth, and they're pretty long too, honestly. So there's a good amount of content, and of course it's an open world game, so there's 7 million things to pick up off the ground and find. But I like the way they've done it, like following birds and following like the foxes and things like that. Like, it's kind of like a lore thing.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey had something like that where you could choose to just like naturally explore with like vague hints like that, or you could like have an actual thing tell you where to go, which I thought was pretty sweet. But you still kind of like had that hub a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas Ghost doesn't have that at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I liked it so far.
The multiplayer DLC apparently just came out, so we should try that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. I think that'd be fun. I don't know, the combat, I'm kind of like on the fence about it. It seems basically just like Batman's, you know what I mean? Which I know it's like Batman but with less.
I can see where you would like get that idea, but it is very different, and especially when you like start unlocking like all the different like abilities, and then stance skills, like it changes a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the standard for me for like games that are like Batman, I've always liked the Middle Earth games, the combat in those more.
Those are way closer. Because the people who made that game also made Batman Arkham Origins.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I really like the combat in those games, especially the last one, the Shadow of War. I thought it was pretty good combat. And this one's good. It's just, it's weird. There have been a couple missions where it's like, I need to fight archers and I run out of fucking arrows and it's miserable because I have to like run up the cliff walls and beat them down with my sword instead. But the game is
you
really...
can like shoot them and use your kunai and shit. You have those like secondary weapons.
Yeah, that's true. I like I think it's funny that every game now, like, you have to have like some kind of art thing, And in this one, it's not so much like what I'm thinking of is like Arthur Morgan like drawing shit in Red Dead 2, and then Ellie drawing shit in Last of Us 2. And the replacement for that in this game is you just like meditating in front of like scenes.
Oh, the haiku thing.
Yeah, and then I like pulling out my flute and just playing people music after they've been like traumatized. Like,
Yeah,
so they're
and just like
"Oh my
walking
God."
away.
You use the flute to control the weather.
There's like women crying because their husbands were murdered, and I'm just over there like.
Dude, did you get the Heavenly Strike or whatever?
Not yet. I'm doing the quest line to obtain
Bro, that one scares people and I love it.
Heavenly Strike. It's cool though. It's cool. I like it. I like the artistic element to it. It seems more like kind of a film. You know what I mean? Which is interesting for a game.
It's heavily inspired by Akira Kurosawa movies, which you can tell because it has an Akira Kurosawa mode, which just makes it black and white.
Yeah. A little bit more.
But it's got like the blood splattering thing that they have, like when you cut people or like behead them or like however you do that, like especially within the standoffs.
Yeah.
Like that was directly taken from like those stylistic samurai movies. Was the blood splatter specifically?
Yeah, and it's cool. It's not like the same as there's a lot, but it's weird. It's almost like black blood. It's weird. It's like it's just a deep blood flow. I don't know if you've ever gotten like cut deeply, and it seems like it's like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's weird, but it's pretty cool. It's not like the overpowered, spray that you got from like Sekiro.
Yeah,
it's
that one's taking it more from like cheesier films, kind of like Kill Bill. Like every time they kill somebody in Kill Bill, it just immediately starts raining blood.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's cool though, and I like the way they did the story, because this is something we reviewed a book about kind of. It's not no they're against the. Is it the Huns in the game? Or is it the Mongols? Oh, it is the Mongols.
Because the
what's the thing?
The main bad guy is the
he's the
cousin to Kublai Khan.
Yeah. That's right.
Who was like the emperor of China.
There's something else that I was like consuming where it was the Huns instead. So it's something when we talked about this when we reviewed that book, the Making of the Modern World, or at least an attempt on Japan. It wasn't this particular attempt. That attempt was like.
I don't think. Yeah, they didn't really mention that very much in the Making of the Modern World.
Yeah, there was a portion where it basically said that the reason why they couldn't beat Japan is because like a bunch of their forces got destroyed by this horrendous storm.
That and like they weren't really into the whole shipbuilding thing because they were more cavalry units. They were more like into the horses and shit.
Yeah.
So like the sailing was kind of a new thing, and they had to go through China in order to get there, which is basically why they took over China. So they could like go explore more shit. But then they got hit with that storm, and then they just kind of like backed off a little bit. But we also didn't really get much information about. I don't think they talked about Tsushima at all in the Making of the Modern World.
No,
they just said that they made attempts at Japan. So that was kind of interesting. I'll have to see if there's like any books about that specific event. Yeah,
it's cool though. I've enjoyed it. So far, like I said, I've only played probably like 6 hours of it.
It's interesting. I saw like a couple YouTube interviews with like some like experts on like samurai shit while they were like watching the whole thing for Ghost of Tsushima. And one of the things they said was like the way that they have the samurai being isn't how they were at the time that the Mongols would have been attacking them. So they definitely have been. They made the game to definitely be more of like the samurai kind of movie that we know, rather than how they would have actually been. So they went, instead of historically accurate shit, they went with more of a movie style. And you can tell because they obviously wanted to be Akira Kurosawa inspired.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad it's finally out, too. I mean, I know it's been out for, like, months, but I'm glad it finally came out because it seems like it's been in the makings for a long time. And it looks amazing. Like, it looks really good.
Yeah. There are, like, spots where you're just like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the photo mode is really great, too.
Yeah. I rarely fuck around with photo modes, just because it's like you could endlessly look at stuff.
I have to go to work, so...
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, I just got a call out because all my other fucking coworkers are doing something else, so I get to go to work. So,
Well,
guys, I'm sorry.
How long are you going to have to be there?
No idea. This dude sounded like a fucking idiot on the phone, so probably a while.
all right. Well, hey,
Well, I'm sorry, guys.
2-man show. The Craig and Schweiss show. Nude Clan is canceled. It's just us. Pull out like some cigarettes and some coffee. Like, all right, we'll take your calls at 385-204-3921. First caller up. You're on the line.
We should do that.
Yeah.
That should be our other show, like
Yeah.
right after we start the Drunken Tomes, like for reals.
Yeah, Alex comes in. He's like, have you been smoking inside? It's part of the show. Yeah, there's a lot of impressive things with the game. I'm worried though that the fact that it's an open world game and the fact that I'm kind of like tired of those right now is gonna negatively affect my viewing of it. I don't know if that's really the case so far, but
I've felt that same like open world kind of like fatigue. I feel like the fact that like it doesn't tell you where to go and really encourages exploring.
yeah,
Helps a lot. It makes it feel like more of a natural thing, instead of like, oh, there's so much shit I gotta do. So like it feels like more than, like when you know exactly where you're going and how much shit is available, then you kind of like start to feel like, oh shit, there's too much to do, and I just kind of want to like get through this thing because I have to. Whereas like when it doesn't tell you anything, whenever you come upon something, it feels better. Like you're just like, oh shit, this is a cool thing that I can start doing right here, and then you can look at the map to go to like the story specific things. But other than that, like it doesn't tell you where anything is. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I like it. And it's nice because like we're at the end of the PS4's life, so we're getting the like best of the best as far as graphics,
Oh yeah.
things like that. Like this game and Last of Us 2, like they look way better than everything else on the console.
Oh yeah.
You know, and this one's a little more artistic than Last of Us 2. There's a few really, really great shots in Last of Us 2, but this one, like, it tries to do that all the time.
It really does. Especially with some of the... Oh, dude, I can't wait till you finish that Heavenly Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some rad shit in that mission.
Yeah, I think I'm working on the Archer guy first, and then I'm going to go to the Old Woman. That's because I already started the Archer guy.
The Old Woman isn't how you get the Heavenly Strike. It's just like a random mission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like in the main story?
It's not in the main story. It's just like a thing that you can like find. There's like special missions that are marked with like a blue symbol thing, and they give you like the special skills, and that's the Heavenly Strike one. You have to like kill a bunch of dudes, then fight a duel to get the skill.
Okay.
But yeah, like when you follow those other missions, it's more like those are like character building missions for like the side characters.
Yeah.
And they also unlock shit for you.
Yeah, it's interesting that they put so much detail into the stories of those side characters. Like, it's the only thing that I've seen that's come close. I guess, like, Red Dead 2 and then Witcher 3, probably. But this is probably even more.
Yeah, because these
involved.
are focusing specifically on those characters.
Yeah.
Whereas those ones were like
They're kind of
for
building.
Witcher 3, it was like kind of world building in a way, where like every side mission had its own like little storyline.
Yeah.
But these ones are more like, we want you to really like these characters, so we're going to give you like entire storylines with just these characters specifically.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's how they've chosen to go about this thing, and it's really interesting.
I think it's pretty sweet, especially since the story doesn't really focus on them or really need to, because like the entire story's focus is based around Jin and then, you know, his uncle.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like the entire story. Like, it's just those two characters with a handful of supporting people, but they don't really need to be characters, but then they give you the option of like expounding who they are.
Yeah, and that's kind of the best way to do side content, in my opinion, is have it available, but don't like, I don't know, have it available and make you want to do it, but don't force you to do it, you know. And it's kind of it's a lot of, there's a high reward with this side content, which isn't usually the case. Like a lot of times, side content is just filler, just to give you something to do, just to kind of like play with your balls, you know. But this, I don't know, it feels different.
Yeah, there's like an old lady that you'll find eventually, I think in the second or third area, I can't remember. And she gives you the ability to like poison people with a blow dart. And if you do her missions, then you eventually get like darts that'll make dudes attack each other, and like ones that will make them fall asleep and other shit like that.
Nice.
So you get like a ton of upgrades just by doing like the side missions. They give you like points to upgrade your abilities. They give you like materials to upgrade your weapons and armor. They give you other skills, like following the old man gives you like the flame arrows and shit like that. Which I think is pretty sweet that those like not only are rewarding, but they give you like more like intimate time with the side characters.
Yeah, it's a story reward and an actual in-game gameplay reward.
Yeah.
It's rewarding 2 of our 5 categories of rating, which is always a good sign. But that's it for me. I believe I might have played some Plants vs. Zombies or something like that, but it's mostly been Final Fantasy XIV. So like I said, I want to hit that hard because we haven't had a review for Ultima for a little while. And I've been paying for the sub, and I want to kind of go through it. And it's a pretty good expansion so far for that.
Are you actually into the Shadowbringers now?
Oh, yeah, we're way in. We're, like, almost at the end.
Okay.
We're, like, 3/4 of the way done. I think I just hit level 80, which is the max level. And I think I've got, like, 20 quests left out of 106, I think. So we've been playing a lot of that fucking game.
How much time do you think is left for those missions?
Maybe like 15 hours.
Damn, those are long ones then.
Yeah, it's probably around like 50, 60 hours for the whole expansion. Plus, we're also messing around with content that we didn't do in the past, because we have like a big checklist. There's a list online of all of the dungeons, trials, raids, like everything in the game, and we're kind of going through and knocking out each of that in kind, because we want to experience the game, you know, to its fullest.
Right.
And we've skimped in the past, and we kind of want to make amends for that by going through some of the stuff. And like we're going through like unsynced, which means we're not syncing to the level that it was at the time, so we're just fucking destroying it. Like we're just laying waste. So we're going in as level 80, and we're fighting like level 50 dudes.
Nice.
So that's been pretty satisfying, but it's a lot. It's a lot of game, and it's taken a lot of time. But after that, I'm going to focus entirely on the Ghost of Tsushima, which is cool. I'm looking forward to it. I also look forward to playing 14. It's been pretty fun. I'm working on the platinum in that too, by the way, which is pretty crazy.
For 14?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Like you have to. I looked at the trophy list for it once, and it was like you have to do 1,000 of like every possible activity.
Yeah, I've done all of the crafting 1,000 times, and what I did was I would like buy the materials to make a level 1 crafting thing. And once you make it successfully once by yourself, You can auto
make it.
Yeah, and so you can automatically make it 99 times. And so what I would do is craft it the one time and then like set it up to do it 99 times and like walk off and do the dishes or like do some laundry or fuck around and do something else. And then when I would stop hearing the crafting sounds, I'd come back and just fire it up again.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I've done it for all of them. What I need 1,000 of now is the leave quest things, which are locked. You can't keep endlessly doing them. You only earn a certain amount per day, which I have. Like I could do 100 of them today if I wanted to. I really don't want to because they're not very fun. I've got 1,000 of that. I've got to mine 1,000 minerals from the ground. I have to cut down 1,000 trees, and I have to fish 1,000 times.
Jeez.
Which is a lot. The nice thing about it is though, the lev quests, they have crafting ones that coincide with those activities. So like I can choose a little, and it's like a leave is like an instance quest, and so I can activate it and then I can then mine and work on both things at once, which is good because the 1,000 of everything is disgusting. And I've been doing a lot of the fates, which are those random events. You remember those in the world?
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of those, and I looked at my tally the other day, and I'm at like 260 out of 1,000. Yeah, dude, it's fucking nuts. And I go out of my way to do them whenever I see them, pretty much. So I'm gonna have to get like a flying mount in an area, and just go from fate to fate to fate to fate to fate to fate, endlessly until the end of time.
That doesn't feel very rewarding because, like, it doesn't really give you anything.
It gives you XP, but like my character's maxed,
Yeah.
and I don't really want to play as another type because they keep retooling all the characters. So like, I have no idea how to play the other
classes.
Yeah, I have no idea anymore, and I guess I could learn, but also like if I played as one of the lower level guys, then it's gonna take longer. You know, you're supposed to sync to the level that you're at, so I guess maybe it wouldn't. But I don't know. It seems like a lot.
I mean, if you're gonna do it anyway, you might as well find another class to like mess around with.
Just find like good areas for each class, or good areas for each like chunk of levels, and then level up dudes.
Yeah,
level up my classes. I probably should.
Since you got to do like 800 more of them.
Yeah, I might as well get something out of it, level up a different class.
Yeah.
That's probably true. The only problem I have with that is like having to upgrade my shit for each dude. But it's not the end of the world. I'll have to look at it. I don't know. I might end up just doing like the high level ones in my area, like the area in the game that I'm in. And then just accepting the fact that I'm not getting XP, but I'm max level, so I'm burning through it faster. I don't know. We'll see. I used to do a lot of side stuff in that game, though. I was like playing around with other classes, like getting my Conjurer level up, getting my White Mage level up. And I haven't for the last like 2.5 expansions. I haven't even touched the other classes because they keep retooling everything from like the ground up on how you're supposed to play. And I'm just like, I could barely even learn how to do my own fucking class, let alone like 3 more. But that's going real slowly. The one thing I want to do first, though, I should probably do Dissidia NT's Platinum, just because I know that because that game's gonna go down way earlier than 14. So
You're
like
gonna do it twice because the free version has, I think, a separate trophy list.
Our that one guy, you remember that Edwards guy?
I think so.
That was on that chat with us one time. He got all of the free version and the main game's trophies. Yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking bullshit.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, it's funny because I brought it up to him. I was like, well, the free version has its own set of trophies too, right? Like, what are you going to do about those? Like, those could be missable if you don't get them now. And then he did it.
Jeebus, dude. Did you fucking have a rig of a shotgun set, like, directly towards his face the entire time, just in case, and every once in a while while he was doing it, like, look longingly at the shotgun?
Yeah. You would have to play that game that many hours. Honestly, once you get used to it, it's really not that bad. But the problem is,
It's still that bad. The only thing is, you're used to it now.
yeah, maybe there's some Stockholm syndrome going on. But I've done a lot of it in that game too. But I want to get these. Like I've said before, I want to get the Final Fantasy Platinums. But there's just some serious grind in these things, like some serious fucking grind.
There's a serious grind in like all of them. Like fucking Final Fantasy 9 has that jump rope one.
Yeah.
The sheer amount of time you'd have to spend to get that perfectly is ridiculous, unless you like manipulated it.
Yeah, there have been people that have manipulated it.
Oh, I know.
Figured out the pattern, and they have like something like tapping the button. That's cheating, though. I don't like that. But yeah, you're right. A lot of them were super grindy. None so much as 14 and probably Dissidia NT. Those are probably the two grindiest ones. Dissidia NT, I've got like, fuck, dude, I think I have like 50 hours in that game now, which is ridiculous because I beat it at like 10 hours. Like I beat it, I think it was 10 or 15 hours or something fucking stupidly fast.
Yeah.
And it's just been online matches, not against real people, because I like rig my online accessibility to basically nothing so that I don't have to play against real people because I want to actually dominate. Because you have to get X amount of wins, and I don't want to fucking play against some freak that's been playing this game for like 3 years and just wrecks me. So I'll just cheese it and play against bots. It's really fucking sad. But yeah, that's it for what I've been playing and what I've been thinking about playing. So
Joe wants to know where you ranked NT of the 50 Final Fantasy games.
I think it was second or third to worst.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it is bad, but that's fucking bad.
I think Dirge was the worst. I think there was a tie between
Do you
this.
really think that Dirge is the worst, though? Like, there has to be other shit that's, like, worse.
Dude, Dirge is really stupid story-wise.
Oh, I know it is.
And it's really not good to play. And part of that is the age. Because I remember back in the day, I had fun playing Dirge. I thought it was fun gameplay.
I can't possibly believe that Dirge is worse than NT, though.
I don't know, man.
Because NT is a fuckfest with, like, not only bad AI, but, like, the combos are bullshit, the gameplay is bullshit. Fucking, you can't understand what the fuck is happening in that game. Like, there's no 1v1 anything in that game. You always have to have 3 people to rely on constantly if you're lucky to get people to play.
Yeah. And the bots sometimes are so stupid, they just get their asses kicked.
Yeah, they just fucking die and then end the whole thing for you because you have a certain amount of revives.
Yeah. You know what I miss? I miss the old Dissidias where, like, the clones would talk, like, heavily distorted. They'd be like... I don't know if you remember that from like Dissidia and Dudekheim, but they would talk like the fucking Slayer knockoff song from Final Fantasy X. Like that's how they would speak. They'd be like, they don't have that anymore. I kind of miss it. You should play Dirge again and see how bad it is.
I don't really want to.
The story is shit. And the gameplay is kind of shit, too.
I'd rather have Dirge be fond memories of a game that I know is not as good as I remember it being.
Yeah.
I remember the story being absolute ass, and it does not fit at all within, like, Final Fantasy VII shit at all.
Yeah, it's really insulting.
It goes way out there.
Yeah, that's one of the big reasons why I don't like the extended universe is because they all kind of go way out there and it bothers me.
Dude, fucking Dirge starts getting some like King of Hearts bullshit in there, and that's why I'm like,
King of Hearts or Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe it.
Like the big muscly dude that you have to fight in there. I can't remember his name, but yeah,
it's like Weiss or something.
Yeah,
they all have color names.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah,
is that what they do in Kingdom Hearts?
That's Kingdom Heartsy as fuck.
It's like everyone in this one has a food name. Just Apple.
God, dude, it's so bad.
Yeah, I remember. Believe me. I mean, part of me wants to go through all the games again after we finish the show, just like a lightning round of just beating them as fast as I can.
All right, Joe in the chat is saying the Dirge's controls are worse than Bounty Hunter, and I cannot believe that for a fucking second. I refuse to believe that.
I mean, the control layout probably, but you can edit it in Dirge. You can also do mouse and keyboard in Dirge, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of, I mean, the shooting mechanics in it are pretty good. Like like you could make it for precision controls.
I just want to
it makes
preserve
sense.
the fact that Dirge allowed you to customize the guns, and that was the best part of the game.
Yeah, and it brought light to how exactly you would use a Phoenix down by yourself, because you just down it.
Yeah.
You just drink it, and then when you die, you get back up.
Yeah.
It was cool customizing the guns.
Don't worry, Joe. I believe the Dirge is bad. I just don't think that it's bounty bad.
Or NT bad.
Yeah, or NT bad.
NT, you get used to the way too much going on the screen. I still think it would have been a vastly better game if it was one-on-one, though. Or maybe even like a gauntlet, like 3 people on each side, and then you fight until you, like, lose.
Yeah.
That would have been cooler. It would have also been way less hectic and chaotic with lions flying around, and it's a lot. It's a lot. The real question, though, has anyone beaten a game?
Is that even necessary?
What, the boar? Gotta have it, man. Gotta have it.
We both know that the answer is no, considering Zach's already left, and I don't think he beat anything.
You don't think Zach beat anything?
No, I don't.
Really? He played like 6 games.
Yeah, but most of them are RPGs. And the one that he's been playing mainly is like a 50, 60-hour RPG.
Yeah. Are you telling me right now, Craig, that you didn't beat a game this week?
I didn't even play a game. How could I beat one?
I don't know. I mean, King Hogs work in mysterious ways.
I guess.
Apparently not that mysterious, though, which is really sad. I also did not beat a game this week. Zach, I believe Zach probably beat. One of those games had to have been short, right? Like one of them.
Probably.
Because short games
one of them was an indie game, but he said he was still playing it.
Short games have specific names, styles of the title, I feel. Like if it sounds like I would find it, or someone if it sounds like someone thought of it in a coffee shop in Seattle, it's probably an indie game and it's about 5 hours long. That's kind of been my rule of thumb.
I mean, all indie games have that fucking kind of name.
Yeah. Fair. So the hog for the host is as follows. Craig, King Hog, 21 games beaten. Zach, second place at 17 games beaten. And I am in third with 11 games beaten.
You gotta get your numbers up, bro.
I know. And it sucks because the game I'm playing now doesn't even fucking count. It's it's DLC. It's 60-hour DLC.
Yeah.
I still wish I would have gotten my way with that when I said that if you beat an expansion to an MMO, you can count it as a full game.
I mean, I don't know how we should even count that, really, because, like, you haven't beat it this year.
Yeah.
And beating a new thing for it and it being, like, a continuation of the game's story itself.
Yeah, that's what makes it more of a DLC.
And because it's an MMO, it's an evolving thing, so, like...
But does that mean I never beat it until the last expansion comes out, and then it's over, and then I can count it as a game beaten? Because it's over? Because then it's a full game, right?
You know, I honestly don't know. I don't know. Because, like,
why.
if we count it as, like, a full game, then... If, like, you play the next DLC within the same year and then you beat that, then you wouldn't be able to count it.
Yeah.
So it'd either have to be DLC or we'd have to count it as like a continuation of the main story that's allowing you to count it like once every year.
Yeah, and they come up with the expansions every 2 years, so
I mean, that would work.
yeah. The only way you'd get fucked is if you like. There's a bunch of people that are going through it right now that are like in earlier expansions, which scares me because I know exactly how long they have left, and I'm like, ooh, ooh, you guys aren't catching up to us anytime soon. You're in heaven's word. Fuck. That's like a week and a half ago in the fucking in-game time. So yeah, that's true. That's something we gotta kind of come to terms with. Right now, though, it's just DLC technically. So I'll get a DLC played. I'll get like 8 points.
Yeah.
But that's where the hog is for the hosts. And let's dive into some questions. What do we have? Do you want to do questions first, or do you want to do this? Talk about this Sony chat thing because you guys were mentioning that before the show.
Have you not seen that?
I have.
So you know exactly what's going on.
I know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
So I did the update for the PlayStation 4 the other day, and
I did it yesterday.
I read the terms and the update patch notes, right?
Right.
And this is something that I thought was really weird. And, it had some notes about, like, party optimization, which is a fucking lie. All that happens now when you go to, like, party to add friends is it takes, like, 6 years for the friends list to update. Did you notice that?
I haven't done a party in there yet.
I'm trying to add people to a party, and it's just, like, it's just loading and loading and loading. And it's like, man, it almost seems like they're making the PS4 shittier so that you want to get that PS5. But it's really slow. And then when I got into the chat, something I noticed was in the top corner it said that like your voice will be recorded for like moderation purposes, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is like a private party. It's me adding Joe. Like, why is it doing this? And I went and looked online, and I guess the reasoning for it was to limit bullying and limit like abusive and toxic communities.
Yeah.
Which I understand. But
it makes no sense in the idea that like most of the people who would be added to the party would be your specific group of friends.
Yes.
Thus, like, it makes no goddamn sense considering the fact that literally every online multiplayer game has an in-game chat of some kind that you can choose to do instead of the party chat.
Yeah.
Which you would primarily use for people that you actively know and play with on the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's the thing that's what I was saying the other day. I was like, wait a minute. So if we're trying to get rid of like harassment and like toxic communities, why are we going towards the private chat? Like, I get saying, hey, the COD chat is a fucking shit show and people are assholes in it all the time. But that's kind of a separate chat. That's a separate like party room.
That's what I think people aren't really understanding. I feel like if people even asked Sony to do this, it was mostly people who, because like Zach was talking about this earlier, like how some dude was talking about how his like, some guy was going off about how, he wants to keep his autistic 8-year-old child away from like the toxic community of like things like COD and whatever. It's like, first of all, your fucking child should not be playing Call of Duty. And second of all, the chat that they're probably in is the regular chat for Call of Duty. They're probably not in a chat, like a private chat room for Call of Duty, because why the fuck would you let your 8-year-old child be in a private chat room with a bunch of like probably 20-year-old people? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, it doesn't make any fucking sense, and it's something that the parent should be limited to. It's the exact same idea of like how networks need to fucking like censor the shows and things that are on their like fucking channels, when it's the parents' job to fucking keep them away from that shit.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. It's one of those things where I get the intent, and it does make sense.
Well, it's obvious to get the intent, because like everybody's excuse is always like it's for the kids, but like when you really think about it, it makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, because you should be the one, managing that and making sure that kind of stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's tough because the fact that it's like a private party that that this pops up in, that's what really bothers me. It doesn't bother me so much that they want to police the the chats in game or anything like that, like with other people, because when I think of abusive communities, I think of people that you can't avoid, and I think of people that are able to harass you without you being able to like get away from it, kind of thing, which is even in game isn't really true, because you can mute everybody, and if you play Call of Duty for more than 5 seconds, you immediately mute everybody when you get in the game.
Yeah,
because you don't want to hear their stupid fucking music. You don't want to hear their stupid fucking
music. Yeah.
Their like wife yelling at them because they're a low life shitbag. Like, I don't want to hear any of that at all.
Or
ever.
the 12-year-old who has to go to bed, and so you hear his mom yelling at him.
Yeah, or a 12-year-old telling me he's going to put his balls in my mouth. Like, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of like shit talking in there, and sometimes it's fun to just like fuck around with people, but most of the time it's like, I don't want to hear that. I'm already kind of pissed off all the time, and I don't want to get more pissed off because of the chat.
Especially since the way that this thing works is the thing that makes the least sense to me, is because like they're constantly recording every conversation, but they won't do anything about it unless somebody actively reports you for a specific like thing, like hateful speech or whatever, So the people who would report you are the same people that you would be inviting to this private party. So that makes no fucking sense, first of all, because like your friends wouldn't do that, obviously, unless they're dicks.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, that's the thing. Now I'm just not going to get into a party with somebody that I disagree with. I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, like that's because like they could just use it to be like, oh well, you're spouting Trump speech at me, and I'm a liberal, so you're gonna have to go now.
Yeah, or vice versa. If anyone gets triggered by anything like that, like I don't want it.
It creates like a whole different problem in itself by doing that, and people that would be in the party with you again wouldn't be doing that kind of shit. So it makes no sense. Yeah,
you would think, but I don't know. To me, it's just. I'm not going to join.
I think they're trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist, and
well, it might be that they're trying to solve a problem that does exist, but they're going about it in the wrong way. Because we've said this like a dozen times already. Why would you be in a party with someone who is like that? You know what I mean? Like this is a private party. I'm not saying that they can't police their own platform. They can. I don't agree with it, and that's why I could call them out for it. That's why I'm doing it right now. But the problem they're trying to solve isn't in the area in which they're trying to solve it, I don't think. And that's why I think it's stupid. Obviously, I don't know of any cases so far where people have been banned for saying something in a private party. But I don't know. I just don't. I don't like the idea of it. I don't like anything like that. I understand if it was more of a public thing, if it was like a big chat room with a bunch of people. But again, most of those are in-game chat features, like with Call of Duty and games like that, where it's not, you don't hear that kind of shit because you're in your own private party with your buddies.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the end of the world, but I do think it's kind of dumb. And we got some people saying in the chat that... we got some people that are saying that they don't want people planning terrorist shit on their voice chat. I don't think that's really a problem because you have to pay for it. You can't just like have PlayStation Network. I mean, I guess you can. Can you join a party now?
I believe you could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just you couldn't play online games.
All right. So yeah, I guess I can see that being a concern. And Skull said that the last ones to do it and getting the most shit for it. Well, I mean, you could say that they were like the last bastion of
free speech.
Kinda, yeah. And now they're not. And I don't know. I think there's a lot of shit to be given for that, personally. And it's not necessarily... So Ingress Black Dude says it's because gamers love complaining about the big game companies. I don't have a problem with big corporations.
Gamers do like complaining about that shit.
Yeah, like I don't care about crunch time or anything like that. I think if you do, you're just a pussy. And if you're working in that industry, you understand that the industry has crunch time. So there's a lot of reasons to not complain about,
but that should also be a problem that should be fixed in some way that they obviously aren't trying to, but whatever.
Yeah, well, Joe, it's not so much about people listening in. I think the problem is that I could see happening is someone like being able to report something like, oh, this was offensive, and then they go back and listen to it. Like I imagine there's an algorithm listening to most of the conversations. I don't think it's actual people. This is why
I think they're just recording it, and if somebody reports it, then they go and listen to whatever it was.
Exactly. It's like the NSA. It's like, well, obviously no one's listening to every call. Like there's algorithms, there's computers listening for certain keywords, and then people will manually listen to it. I still think that's wrong.
Yeah.
I absolutely think that's wrong and cowardly and bad in a myriad of ways. But it's not. I don't think it's wrong because they're listening into every conversation. It's not like some Big Brother scenario. It's a technologically advanced version of that, but I don't know. I think I guess it would protect the accused, but it depends. It depends on what the standard is.
Yeah. So the other thing is like, if you're accused of hate speech, people will obviously, and then you get reported for it, but like it was among your group of friends, and that's like everybody took it as the joke that it was meant to be, and then some asshole who happened to join the party gets offended by it, and then you get in trouble. It's not really protecting you. You just get fucked because somebody is a sensitive little bitch.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, guys, I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't really like it, and it doesn't really matter to me that everyone else is doing it because I don't think that's justification for, the efficacy of an act. I don't think it should be based on, well, everyone was doing it. Like, nobody cares.
Yeah, it's just the overreaction of everything. Just like how the security at airports got like increased dramatically because of the terrorist thing, and like and everybody fucking hates it, and it's like it's not really that necessary, but we all now have to live with it because everybody overreacted and said that it was an okay thing to do.
Yeah.
It's the overreaction, like laws that get put in place and then take away people's freedom, like little bit by little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm never gonna like it, but I don't think it's I don't think it's the end of the world for Sony to do it. And there are other ways of doing things, and there are other bad ways of doing things too. I mean, I've been banned off of like League of Legends for accidentally disconnecting from a game because of bad internet, and then I got like banned for I think it was like 20 minutes or something, half an hour, where they just kind of like soft banned me. And it's not so much that I don't like the fact that they can do it. It's just that I don't know how people are going to react to these kind of things, and you might claim that it protects the accused because they can go in and listen to the conversation. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot, the problem with conversations among really any group of people is there's a lot of context that you don't get if you're just jumping into the conversation and listening, to this portion that has whatever they reported, right? You don't know that I've known this person for like 10 years or something like that. You don't know any of that. So all of that is important when you're actually talking to a human being. And so that's why I don't think this kind of top-down regulation of things really makes sense. Because from an outside context, it could look really, really bad unless you realize that's the kind of shit we've said to each other for years, which of course you can't realize being a moderator within, Sony and listening to this conversation. That's impossible for you to know. And so I don't think it's protecting the accused at all. I think it's protecting whoever the person seems, whether the person deems it actually harmful or not, and could be protecting the accused, could be protecting the accuser.
Yeah, we have no idea what their criteria is for each and everything, so it's impossible to really know. So in some ways it could be a helpful thing. In some ways it could be just like a fucking annoyance, and it could just be, whatever.
Yeah, you're right, Ingress Black Dude. You wouldn't know any of that without the recording either, but I don't think it's your place to be policing people's activity online, even if it is within your own platform, because you don't have any liability on that platform.
Yeah, there's no liability, so there's no reason to police it.
There are laws that prevent them from being held accountable for content amongst other people, and I get like we want to clean up this area, you know what I mean? Like, because there is a lot of filth that's out there, and I understand the desire to clean that up, and I think you can work with more of those like games like Call of Duty with their own chat rooms, because that's where most of that shit comes from. Like Fortnite's chat room, that's where a lot of it comes from. It's not my private chat.
It's the in-game chat specifically that is causing like all the problems.
Yeah, and I think
that's why, like I said, that they're trying to fix a problem that isn't there, because like the problem isn't within the PlayStation parties.
Yeah,
it's within the actual in-game chats.
And maybe they did it because that's the only place they can do it, but I've never really been a fan of, well, at least we did something. I've always thought that was the stupidest thing to say. It's like, well, it's not about doing something. It's about doing something that's effective. It's about doing something useful to me.
Yeah,
and I'm
honestly,
not so sure that's
the
what this
move,
is.
Like, until like I know exactly what they're doing it for, or like what their actual reasons were. Like, it just feels like how like every big company like changes their little icon to have rainbows during Pride Month, like to show their support. It's like that same kind of action. It's like it's a non-thing. Like, they don't actually have to do anything.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Like,
they just
like,
signal.
Oh, well, we're doing this for you guys,
saying
but
they're virtue
there's
signaling.
no real reason to do it.
They're virtue signaling their efforts to do something they're not actually doing.
And you know what? And if somebody
Yeah,
really is just like inviting whoever into their parties, then why the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Like, why would you not just use the in-game chat if you're playing with those people anyway?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, though. If my account ever got banned, I would pretty much be done with Sony. Like, I put so much time into, like, my trophies and my profile and, like, all of these things.
I don't think that it would be, like, fully banned. They'd probably be like, well, you can't play or get in a party for, like... It would probably just prevent you from using the party thing for, like, a little bit. In which case, we would just use Discord anyway.
Yeah.
So...
But, yeah, I mean, Discord does that stuff, too, apparently. But, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if it ever did come down to that, I think I would be done with PlayStation. Which is really hard, because I've been a PlayStation guy for years. But I also like my PC, and I want to rebuild it. And if something ever, like, ever happened like that, I'm not going to start over. And depending on how deeply they ban you, if it's like an IP address ban, then unless I got like a...
It would have to be a party ban, because there's no way that they would like fully ban your profile unless
you
were
would think,
like,
yeah. And like most of this is speculation too.
It is, because like they haven't really released like the full, as far as I know, the full like extent of what it's for. What it does.
Yeah. And it's funny because the patch notes didn't even say anything about it, and that really kind of bothered me. I was like, really, guys? You talk about like, oh, look at these new chat
most of the
features
information that you can get on it is just from like other people like letting you know.
It's kind of like
exactly
speculation. Yeah, it's all speculation is from what I've seen. I haven't looked at it for the last couple days, but yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. I like I said, I don't think it's the end of the world or anything. I just think it's weird for like a private chat to be recorded for. I don't know why. Like,
yeah, it's questionable reasoning.
I would
best.
Yeah, I would caution inviting people that get like pissed off
at every little thing.
At every little thing, yeah. We all know those kind of people. We all have been in chat rooms with those kind of people that are like really touchy.
Yeah.
And it's even worse when they're on like someone else's friend list and they join. It's like, I don't know why you're being such a little bitch, because nobody actually asked you to be here.
Yeah, if you join the party... See, and that's another thing. It's like, if you join a person's party, like, you gotta know who those people are and, like, what their kind of humor is. And if you know what that is in advance, then it's like, why the fuck would you bother getting offended when you know who these people are?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And I think they changed it. I believe all of the parties are like private now too. Like it's
Is it only private?
I think it is, which makes it weird why they would add this if they were going to make all parties private.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you add a little like we're listening in thing to the like chats that you have to be invited to? I mean, I guess you could invite somebody and then like berate them or belittle them, but just, I don't know, just leave the party. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the problem is. It's like the guy who's like addicted to buying microtransactions on his mobile game, and he's trying to hold the company accountable for it. It's like, no, just fucking put the game down. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I know that there's addiction, but that isn't my fault as a company. And sure, maybe I'm making it easier to become addicted to it, but guess what? Not everybody's addicted to fucking Candy Crush. A lot of people have played it. Not very many people are addicted to it.
Did you see that guy who fucking spent like $200,000 or some bullshit on that Final Fantasy gacha game?
I believe it. But it's like, you know what? I've played that too. I haven't spent a single dollar on it. It's not some fucking mind control device. But, yeah. Skull says it's for all chat, and party chat is just included in that. It's not like they aimed at parties specifically. But I don't think they're aiming at separate services that are cross-platform, because Call of Duty's chat is not through PlayStation. It is not. It is through Call of Duty servers. You can talk to people on PC. You can talk to people on Xbox. Most of the shit that happens is through that. Now, there's probably a lot of shit talking on like Last of Us
most of the
multiplayer.
voice chat in like games is done through the games like private servers.
Yeah, and Sony probably has a lot of those for their games, obviously.
For their games specifically. Probably,
Yeah. So like Last of Us remastered.
Yeah.
That would have like an in-game chat that is Sony's, but I don't see them being able to hold them accountable. It might have more to do with crimes, Ingress Black Dude, but the problem with that is they're still not liable for that. It's still not. They're not held accountable for people using their service to commit crimes. They're not.
I don't really think it's for crimes. I really think that it's because of the current political climate where everybody's like super protective of specific groups of people. And
the gaming community
and hate speech is like such a
and the gaming community
prevalent
is
thing that
so,
they're trying to cut down on it.
Yeah, they're so very toxic about these particular things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Us included, obviously. I mean, we're mostly fucking around. I mean, I'm basically exclusively fucking around when I make fun of those. When I make fun of
exclusively
anybody.
fucking around.
Mainly exclusively, for the most part, fucking around.
So that like extra little percent is just for you.
Yes. That one's the true little ball of hate that I continually mold.
That's the special little ball of hate.
Yeah. It's, yeah. Skull says he thinks it's a non-issue. It might be.
It kind of is in some ways, especially for us where we like stream what we're saying for the most part anyway. So it kind of doesn't really affect us. But
Florida's not the South, Joe. It is South. That's just where old people go.
it's where they go to die.
It is, yeah. And they do die.
We should just call Florida the graveyard state.
America's graveyard.
Yeah.
All right. What questions do we have now that we got that out of the way?
Okay. It's funny. Zach wanted to answer this question really fucking badly, but now he can't because he's gone.
Yeah.
His first one's from Joe. He said, "What classic game are you embarrassed to admit that you've never played?"
I've never played?
Yeah.
Classic game that I'm embarrassed to admit that I've never played. Earthbound.
I can't really think of anything. I guess Chrono Trigger, maybe?
Yeah, Chrono Trigger. That's
that would
one.
probably be the biggest one that everybody's like, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world. But it's like, some of those classic games, it's like, yeah, I've never played it, but I didn't really get the opportunity to, because, Earthbound was a fucking
Super NES.
I mean, yeah, it was a Super Nintendo game, but it was also like one of the fucking rarer ones. Especially now, trying to get a copy of that game is like $300, and Nintendo hasn't put it out on fucking like anything else.
Yeah.
They haven't like tried to get people to buy it again. I don't think they put it on. I don't think it was on the Super Nintendo Mini, but I might be wrong. I don't remember what was on there, but I don't think it was.
I don't remember if it was either, honestly. Yeah, it seems like it's a game where they're not really concerned if people have played it.
Yeah, it's one of those rarer things, and a lot of like those classic games that people are like, "Oh, it's amazing," are like some of those rare fucking bullshit games.
Yeah, they just like to be douchebags and hipsters and love a game that no one's played. It kind of seems
like it, yeah, like Suikoden 2, for instance. Is like one of those games that everybody's like, "Oh, it's one of the greatest RPGs of all time," and
there's like 10 people that have played it.
It's a fucking rare as shit game that like was barely put on the fucking like PlayStation Store. So
yeah. Oh, speaking of that as well, PlayStation Store guys, get all of your PlayStation 1 Classic spot, because that PlayStation 3 store is going down.
Oh, the PlayStation 3 store is going down?
It's going away. Yeah.
Oh, I know they were taking down like the Vita one, but damn.
Yeah, how would you know about the Vita? Like, nobody cares about the Vita.
Because I have
Craig.
one.
Yeah, but you have a PS3 too, don't you?
Yeah.
And then one of those is a real console, and the other one's admittedly indestructible, apparently, according to Last of Us 2, toy. Yeah. You know what happened to the bitch that had the Vita?
Are.
You know what happened to the chick that had the Vita, Craig? I stabbed her in the fucking neck. That's what happened to her. But yeah, so get that shit downloaded or bought. I can't imagine they won't let you download it, but I'm not sure to the extent.
They should still let you download it.
There's a lot that are on there.
I don't know exactly how that works. I know when they shut down the PSP store, I think they still let you download everything via the PS3 to like transfer over to PSP.
Okay.
But I don't have a PSP anymore, so I don't know if like you can access it to download your games. So I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know.
Also, I don't really have a Wii anymore, so I don't know if you could just go to the Wii store to download the games you've already bought. So
the Wii store you can, from what I remember. What you can't do is, and it might be more extreme now. When we played My Life as a Dark Lord and My Life as a King, what you could do is still download everything that you had, but you could no longer purchase Wii Bucks or like the coins. So like I could access the DLC for My Life as a Dark Lord, but since I didn't have enough coins on there, I wasn't able to actually purchase the DLC. It's kind of where it was at that time. It might be even more obsolete now. It's been a while since I got in. Let's see.
Joe says that for his is any Metroid game, any Ultima game, or Mario Galaxy, Persona, Earthbound, Catherine, and Dragon Quest. Joe, you really should play Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah,
it's a great game. And Persona 4 and 5.
What other classic game I never played?
Although I don't know if I'd count some of those as classic games.
Yeah, like Catherine
or Mario Galaxy.
I mean, Catherine's great.
How old would you have to like consider a game to be before it becomes a classic?
I think it's like 20 years, maybe.
Well, that's for like movies and shit. There's no like definite thing for video games specifically yet.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what you would do. Maybe
Joe's thinking 10 years. That's probably, yeah. What the fuck? It's 10 years old now. Like everything in like 2010.
Yeah, technically everything is 2010.
BioShock. I would count BioShock as a classic.
Yeah, I think 10 years.
You know what? Mario Galaxy, I think, did come out around 2010. When the fuck did Mario Galaxy come out? Maybe I'm wrong about that. If it's 10 years, we could probably count it. That was a Wii game, so it's
2 gens till it's retro. Well, what if you're a Nintendo fan, though? 2 gens ago wasn't really that long, right? It's like the end of the Wii.
Well, 2 gens ago is now technically PS3. because we're on PS5
Yeah.
now, or approaching it.
I guess everyone's kind of caught up, but for a while, Nintendo 2 gens ago was like not that long ago,
Oh
really.
yeah, Mario Galaxy was 2007, so yeah, that would count.
All right, there you go. Yeah, Wii U didn't happen, obviously.
Dude, I had a Wii U, and every game that they promised didn't come out until the Switch.
Yeah. I did not.
They're like, well, we're gonna have a Legend of Zelda specifically for the Wii U, and then they came out with fucking Breath of the Wild, and then they're like, yeah, this is made specifically for the Switch, but you can also play it on the Wii U.
Yeah, I just think it's funny that the Wii U is just the Wii with detach, or the Wii, the Switch is just the Wii U with detachable sides, basically. And I mean, it's obviously better looking.
Yeah.
But it's funny that they had the like tablet idea, and then they just cut the sides off, and then that became the Switch, and that was the huge success. But like the big just tablet, nobody gave a shit
because the
about.
fucking tablet was massive.
Yeah.
That thing also had a fucking like little what are those called, stylus that you could play shit with.
I think I've wanted.
And it had the dual screen feature where you could play with like the screen on the thing itself and with the TV up. So like some games had that dual screen effect, which does not have. So it's gonna make it way harder to emulate like DS games.
No, okay. Yeah. I've wanted a Switch or a Wii U for about 3 seconds, maybe. That was when Bayonetta was on there, and
then Bayonetta's on Switch.
then the other versions were shit. But yeah, Bayonetta's on Switch, and it's really good.
I think every like big Wii U game has been ported over now. I think.
I wouldn't be surprised, because it's just so dead. It's over. Like, it was such a bad thing.
Other than like the Smash Bros. One specifically, but there's a new Smash Bros. Out that has every character.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, not really.
All right, what else do we have?
The next question is, oh God, why does it do that? Every time there's like somebody posts something, it immediately goes to the bottom of the.
I know, it's annoying. And then it like screams like, oh, you've got messages from a week ago, which is 900 messages ago. Don't you want to look?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but fuck, can you give me like a shortcut or something?
All right, so the next question is from FTXFIII. It's a very pronounceable name. What is your favorite game soundtrack? Have any soundtracks... do you have any soundtracks that bring back good memories?
I mean, I've got traumatic memories with the flying trumpets of Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
I fucking love that soundtrack, don't lie.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like, it's in my head, and it will never leave. That's the last thing as my life is fading away, and like
I'm just gonna hear that fucking song.
yeah, I'm like falling into this. I'm fading into black, and like my eyesight, it's like the balls of my eye, like the vision I have is just getting smaller and smaller in this black tunnel, and all I'm hearing is just just fucking like echoing as like the little pinprick of like existence is like fading away. That's all. Yeah, and then the last thought is that fucking whale keyboard thing. You're like, fuck, I put 50 hours into that.
The whale keyboard? Are you sure it's not the bowling ball going into her vag?
That was pretty crazy too. That made me laugh though. The other stuff made me angry. So I'll remember the anger more. It's a stronger emotion. Great soundtracks? Is that what the question was? Or that bring back memories?
Your favorite game soundtrack, or do you have any soundtracks that bring back good memories? I remember listening to a bunch of Tool while playing Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, and every time I hear the pot, I immediately think of Minish Cap.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of listening to old rock albums while I was playing like Final Fantasy 12. Those are good memories. It's not really because of Final Fantasy 12 soundtrack per se. It's music while listening to or while playing games. I don't know, man. There's a fucking the second track on the Conan Exiles soundtrack, right? It's the Oasis one. And
which one is that?
It's the one that's like,
dude, I can't think of any song specifically other than like the fucking starting thing, like when you start it up.
Yeah. That one I really like. I actually really like it as a piece of music. I think it's pretty good. Most of the soundtrack is like, but I think that one's
it's trying to be as awesome as the movie soundtrack, but it doesn't quite get there.
Yeah, so like I'll listen to that one at work sometimes, and I'm like, Exiled Lands.
Dude, the entire Doom 2016 soundtrack is fucking rad.
Yeah, BFG Division brings back some good memories.
Dude, that song is like 9 minutes.
I know, and it's so fucking cool. So I was like more classic stuff. I think the airship theme in 7 brings back those memories of finally getting the airship back in the day in Final Fantasy 7. That was really cool.
All the DMC soundtracks are pretty sweet.
Yeah, but like, does it bring back nostalgia though? That's the thing. Like nostalgic memories. I don't know, it's a hard one though, because I mean, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 soundtrack. Whenever I hear one of those songs, I think about the game. It's like one of the best. That's probably one of the best soundtracks out there. It's a little bit unfair.
Get that remake?
I've been thinking about it. I really want to play it.
It's pretty sweet.
Did you have it?
It's way harder than I remember it being.
Oh, you bitch! You bought it.
It did.
Does it have the soundtrack's mostly intact? Right?
It's mostly intact, but they did update it a little bit.
Oh, okay. I really want to get it. Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Whenever I hear TNT from AC/DC, I remember playing the shit out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, and it got to the point where I like disabled all of the songs except for TNT because I didn't really care about the other songs. So that one kind of brings back those kind of memories. But those are a little bit unfair because they're actual bands making the music. It's not so much like the game and the game soundtrack.
Yeah, that's what's harder for some games like the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or like most racing games, because they just have like actual pieces of music by bands instead of like having their own unique soundtracks.
Yeah, I guess the menu music for Siphon Filter 2 brings back memories of me being like 10 years old and trying to play that game. Because it's like
Siphon
this
Filter?
Yeah, it's like this sweet like it's like the spy music track. It's really cool. Yeah, other than that though, I can't really think of any that bring back, memories. Like there's a lot of good soundtracks out there. Obviously, Doom 2016 is a really good soundtrack. DMC is a really good soundtrack. Crisis Core, really good soundtrack. Pretty much all the metal soundtracks in games, I'm going to be a pretty big fan of.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I'd answer that.
God of War, all of them have fucking great soundtracks.
Yeah, that is true. They're really good.
Especially when they do that, like, camera sweep out thing. The music always gets, like, fucking...
Yeah, it's very big. Everything in that game is big. Those, you know what? That's a good one. God of War. Those PS2 God of Wars.
Dude, God of War 2 is so fucking good.
I know.
It's the best God of War outside of, like, the new one.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably is. It is for sure.
It's better than 3.
It is. Oh, yeah. 3 is like the bastard. 3 is a lot of fun, but it's really entertaining, at least. It's very violent. Like extreme.
2 has some fucking great shit in there, too.
Yeah. Like the Barbarian King.
Yeah, the Barbarian King, the fucking Gorgon fights, the fucking wind bow.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. Man, I have to do like a God of War ranking one of these days. Gotta decide whether I hate Ascension or Ghosts of Sparta more. It's a fight, man.
I would put the... Wait, are you saying Chains is better than Ascension?
Oh,
I
yeah.
never beat Ascension, so I don't know.
Chains
where
is
that
better
would
than
be.
Ascension, I think. Chains is a pretty
Chains
standard.
is pretty decent, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghost of Sparta just...
It has some really cool
Other
stuff.
than, like, the end, like, it's not that great. And I hate that one fucking staff weapon. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. There was that, or the sirens in that game are miserable.
Oh, God, the sirens are awful in that game.
Like, they're always kind of a pain in the ass, but in that one, they are miserable. I got so fucking mad. Like, it was broken. It was so
there was like
broken.
a fight with like gorgons and sirens at the same time in that game. It was just like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I remember that. I was freaking
Like,
out.
You're fucking like shaking because you gotta like fight off the siren sounds while the fucking like gorgons are fucking staring you down with their green beams.
I think there
So
was-
you just get fucking turned to stone where you can't do jack shit.
I think one time it glitched and I was like holding my ears and I was stone, like holding my ears, and I was like shaking to get out of the stone. Because normally what happens when you turn to stone, any damage you take just shatters you. Which is hilarious because it brings back like Dead Rising 2 where we would like spit on people after we froze them and they're just exploding. Because any amount of damage blows you up. But like one of the times it glitched and my guy was like holding his ears and just like he's like fucking shaking in his little stone capsule. Yeah, Ghost of Sparta, the ending is really, really cool. Like, I really like the stuff with your brother.
Yeah, with Deimos.
But, God, that fucking game, I think it might be the worst one. Honestly. And it's funny because it's the one I wanted the most because it was, like, the sacred one that I had never
Ascension
played.
feels way different, and I think that's, like, part of why it would be lesser.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really feel like God of War. Because, like, the way that they do camera movements, the way that, like, just, like, everything kind of works in that game feels way different than the other God of War games.
Yeah, it's jerking itself off most of the game. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like, look how cool this looks. Look at the size. It's a really good-looking game, though. It's, like, the
I remember,
best
like,
looking.
half of it being, like, the mini-game input thing.
Yeah.
The QuickTime events, which, like, God of War has that, but, like, Ascension felt like that was, like, the game.
Yeah, they did a lot of that for Ascension, for sure. All right, what else we got?
Okay. Next one is... what song are you embarrassed to admit that you could nail at karaoke? I don't know.
Yeah. I think my Thunderstruck was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, you had that video of you singing Thunderstruck.
Yeah. I don't know if I nailed it. I think I surpassed Brian Johnson's version of the song, if I'm going to be honest. But
I'm fucking, like, tone deaf as shit. So I can't really nail any song.
yeah.
I just have to pretend that every time I sing, it's perfect.
I guess if I had actually done it at karaoke, I could probably do it pretty well. It's that, like, killer song.
Joe's over there pretending that, like, none of the songs he's listing aren't fucking toxic. The one song that he has a video of that he doesn't want anybody to fucking watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really do karaoke. I don't like. What song am I good at singing? I'm not very good. I'm not tone deaf. I can hear tones. I just can't replicate tones. I just can't make myself.
Yeah, I can't
do
sing
the
for
tone.
shit.
Yeah, so probably the Thunderstruck was a fun one. I've done Hot for Teacher a few times. That's like the one song by that band that I like.
I wouldn't say it would be embarrassed to sing any of them, though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because I would know no matter what I sing, it's going to sound like shit.
So it's embarrassing either way. Yeah, there you go. Tone mute. Skull said that's what it is. It's tone mute. Not deaf, just mute. Like, but if you are deaf, you do become mute after
Tone retarded.
Yeah, tone tard.
Tone tarded.
Tone tarded. It's a PC term.
It's the PC term. We got to be politically correct here.
Yeah. We don't want to misdiagnose.
Boy. Let's see. This one's from Sidewinder. He says, "What real life event that occurred in the past 10 years would you base a game around?"
Well, real life event in our personal lives or like overall? Probably overall, huh?
I think, overall.
Well, we did a full episode, almost 2 episodes on COVID, the video game.
Yeah.
That one would be pretty fun. I mean, you could just make like a zombie game and just say it was COVID, which was funny because this year there were a bunch of zombie games that came out. You had Last of Us 2, you had Resident Evil 3, you had that biker one.
I would just re-release Resident Evil 5 as like the coronavirus game, especially with like the Black Lives Matter movement and how everybody hated Resident Evil 5 for just being black people. It's the best time to do that specifically.
It's oh man, no way. It's a mostly peaceful zombie apocalypse. Yeah, most of the zombies aren't ripping out throats.
That's what we should call it. Mostly peaceful zombie apocalypse.
That's a fucking great name, dude. The zombies are mostly peaceful. There's only a few of them eating that guy over there. That's
oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's a fucking great name.
Oh my god. I need a team of modders right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be. I would play that. I would play that game for sure. It's like Dead Rising, just a Dead Rising clone.
Oh, that's good. All right, this other one is from Sidewinder. He says, "Would you rather give up meat or alcohol?"
Alcohol. I've already given up alcohol for like the last few months, so.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I think the last time I drank was when we did a Drunken Tomes with alcohol, or a Nude Clan episode where we drank a little bit.
Yeah.
There was just a day where I got into like smoking while I was drunk. It's really, the relaxation is so good. It's like everything slides. You're just like, but I was running into this problem where I kept wanting to vomit after I would like inhale the tobacco. Yeah, you're just so relaxed, dude. It's amazing. Or I would finish up and I would just be so sick, and then I ran into my bathroom and I was gonna vomit. I felt like I was gonna vomit. I'm just sitting there, laying on my bathroom floor, and I'm just thinking like, man, I gotta stop this. Like, this is ridiculous. And so I stopped. No, I don't mean weeks when I say months. It's been at least 3 months where I haven't drank or done anything like that. And it's I feel better, but I'm still a fat ass, so obviously I don't feel perfect, but I would definitely give up alcohol because I already kind of have. And meat is just so good. I mean, I don't know how you can give up meat. It's amazing.
Yeah, I would rather eat meat than drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't really do it that much anyway. I mean, I still have like a couple bottles of some good stuff, but I mean, giving up meat entirely would be horrible.
Yeah. Like, no more burgers, no more steak. Like, no.
Yeah, especially where you like try to do the fucking keto diet. That'd be horrifying.
Yeah, you would just eat cheese and lettuce. Like, you'd just be... That would be pretty brutal.
You'd just be a vegetarian.
Yeah. Yeah, you would just have to be a vegetarian.
You'd still be able to eat cheese, which would deny you the vegan powers, but
true, but then you'd have 3 things to eat instead of 2.
yeah.
So that's something. All right, what else we got?
Oh man. Next question is from Brulo. He says, what are the greatest and most timeless voice impersonations of all time? I'm not sure what that is specifically asking. Like voice impersonations that people do in general that we can do, or do you mean like
Specific
voices for certain characters? I'm not sure what this is asking.
Well, if it was like voice impersonations, I think any of the presidents are always fun.
Oh yeah. Bush and Richard Nixon are 2 of my personal favorites.
I like the Bernie Sanders impersonations. I always get a kick out of those because it's just so over the top. Man, yeah, I don't know. I like. Oh, I think Alex Jones impersonations are really fun too. That's one that I've got a pretty decent Alex Jones.
Alex Jones is pretty funny.
Yeah, Sanders doing WAP. I have thought about that again because like last election cycle, I thought about doing like a Bernie Sanders sings rap channel on YouTube. It's just me doing like Gangster's Paradise or something like that as Bernie Sanders in my Bernie Sanders voice. I think if Sanders WAP would be pretty fucking funny too. It would be explicit, very very much so. And I was like, oh, Bernie Sanders isn't a thing anymore after last time, and now he was a thing again. I'm like, fuck, I should have done it. Should have done it.
Got to do Bernie Sanders and then have somebody else come in and then have be like featuring Biden or some shit.
Yeah, the duets or him and AOC duets.
Yeah.
Like that one video of Trump and Hillary doing the it's "Baby, It's Cold Outside" thing.
Yeah.
Baby, it's cold outside. Yeah. Oh, we could have some fun with that. Those are always fun impersonations. Pretty much any like super high profile figure with like a distinct voice. It's always fun to rip on. I like I like a lot of those. Those are fun. I always get a kick out of Ben Shapiro's John Kerry. It's really funny.
Did we answer the one about Last of Us 2?
What is it?
It's kind of a spoiler question, so if you haven't played Last of Us 2, skip over this part. It says, it's from Skull Hades. Do you guys, do you wish you guys could have been able to make the decision at the end of the game to spare or kill? What would you have chosen?
I would have chosen to spare because I thought to kill was going to be stupid, and I was going to like that.
I personally would have killed.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of like the point. And I wanted some closure, which I didn't get.
You wanted some what?
Closure.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they want closure. I think they want to be able to make a third game.
Which is fucking stupid.
I would have left it as is. I don't know if I like having a choice at the end of it, because, I don't know, Last of Us has been... I don't know, it's just you experiencing a story to me.
Oh, I guess we kind of did in the review. Oh, okay.
And, yeah, we did go over it in the review. And to me, I'm experiencing someone else's story kind of a thing, and I don't feel like you should have to have control over endings and like decisions all the time. You know what I mean? Like, this Far Cry does that a lot, where it's like, ooh, do you want to save your girlfriend or do you want to kill the bitch? It's like, well, I didn't like her anyway, so I'm gonna fucking kill her.
I don't like choices in games where they lead to fucking nothing like that, because they were nothing choices in Far Cry 3. But
yeah, couldn't you not kill her anyway? Isn't that what happened or something?
You could choose to kill her or to not kill her, but like the endings were basically the same. And I don't really mind when, you know, I like choices that actually like mean something, and then, you know, I'm okay with them doing, you know, like telling their own stories. Like with, you know, I'm always there to defend fucking Mass Effect 3 because, like, you know, every ending basically leads to the same thing, which because the story that they're telling is basically like, oh well, like this was inevitable no matter what happened, but the choices like along the way affected like the different parts of the story, so it's like it still mattered, but like the overarching thing still ends in the same way.
Yeah, and
I'm cool with that, but like, I don't know, for some things I wish that the games wouldn't, because with The Last of Us 2, it really felt like it was blaming the player for a lot of shit, when it was really their choices and story. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I feel like choices in that game would have helped for a lot of things that I didn't like about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I feel about it that way. I do like the idea of... I like games that let you choose things that actually make a difference. Like, that's where Fable kind of suffers a little bit, is that...
the choices don't really matter. They're just like... all that really happens is that your characters... your visuals change.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like... and I mean, they do have alternate endings, but I don't know. There's something about the way they go about it that it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't seem like it affects it too much. So I agree. I like having decisions that actually change it. And that's where I think, like, oddly enough, the season 2 of Walking Dead game, that one has a lot.
I haven't played the second season yet.
First season is extremely scripted, and it's
it's definitely
it's like a playoff bracket where character A and character B are at an event, and one of them is going to die, and then character B and then character E go on to survive because A and D died. And it's like that's what it is. It's like when there's an event where like one of two people will die, and based on what you do, one of those people die. And that one's super lame, but the second season was actually really good. It had a lot of like actual decisions that mattered. You deciding like people's fates and it altering the course of the game, which I enjoyed. And those games are kind of like, I'm kind of glad that we're past that gaming company making games. Like, I'm glad that it's fucked up, but like because they're always free games. They always end up being the fucking free games. So first of all, they're hogging up all the free game space because they can just hand them out like candy. It's like candy nobody wants, though.
And it's
like
a
Smarties.
free platinum in like 5 hours.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so here's what it is. It's a bag full of Smarties, and then there's one Tootsie Roll in there. Because, like, if you're talking cheap-ass candy, they're both cheap-ass candy, but one of them's chocolate, and the other one's this powder chalk shit. And
you could snort it.
I don't dislike Smarties. It's just if you're going to go cheap, don't buy Dum-Dums and don't buy Smarties. Buy the Tootsie Rolls, man.
Does anybody even actually buy Dum-Dums, or do they just, like, materialize in people's pockets?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe everyone had the Indian shooting the moon kind of thing for the Dum-Dums. Got a free one. They accidentally printed it on every package, so you just got another one. Even though those are the technically the Tootsie Pops, but yeah, man, it's like that. It's like a bag of fucking Dum-Dums with like a nice Tootsie Roll in the middle. Like, that's the platinum trophy. It's just a bunch of cheap bullshit and then something okay at the end. And that's pretty much all of them. And we don't have to deal with them anymore because they're gone. They're gone. They got, what, the Batman one was the last one they did, I think?
The second Batman one, yeah.
And that was like someone else kind of finishing it? Isn't that what it was? Or no,
wait.
did they let them finish it?
No, I think there's another one. Oh, what the fuck was it? I think it was something else, actually. Oh, it was a Minecraft thing. I think it was the Minecraft story mode that they were working on. I think.
All right,
Was
there you go.
technically their last thing.
There you go. You know those like shows, those like Minecraft shows that you get to choose the endings and things like that, like choose the path? Like those are weird to me. It's weird that we have like choose your own adventure Netflix shows. And like, there's something about it that my brain can't wrap itself around. Like, how are you able to like push buttons and interact with this show? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, Skull says it was a Walking Dead thing. I don't remember which one that was.
Okay, they only did half of the Walking Dead one, though.
Which Walking Dead one?
I don't know. It must have been I think it was season 3 is what it was.
Was it?
Yeah. So Chase asked one on September 5th that was, does your breath smell better when you drink vanilla extract?
Obviously. It smells like vanilla.
Is it too powerful, though? I mean, it's too powerful to eat.
It's gonna smell very strongly of vanilla, but the strength is mostly gonna be on your tongue, and it doesn't taste like what you think it does.
Yeah. I would say yeah.
I would not recommend drinking it straight.
Yeah, you've seen its effects.
I would not recommend.
I've read things online that have shown that.
Yeah, I've seen things online, some forums and whatnot that have led me to believe this is a problem.
Yeah, potentially damaging the cranium.
Yeah,
and its contents. Man. Let's see, another one that they posted is Schweiss the best gamer since he hasn't failed a game yet? I would say, if that's what you're going to base it on, yes, but there is one caveat to that. There's one instance where potentially I didn't. Depends on how you want to count it.
What are you talking about?
It was the Symphony of the Night.
Oh, yeah, where you didn't actually like do the upside down castle.
Yeah. And that's one where I'm willing to budge somewhat on. I honestly didn't know it existed, so I don't know how.
I think we told you about it. I'm pretty sure we told you about it before, like, we did the review.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we counted it on the hog. We did it.
Don't you fucking tell him he beat it, you bunch of bastards. There's an actual fucking storyline in the Upside Down Castle.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
where he fights fucking Dracula, and the whole fucking point of the story is there.
That's a true ending, though. True endings, we've never been held to true endings. I mean, it might be...
There's another ending, I think... I can't remember. There's like a bunch of endings in Symphony of the Night. There's even one for like when you play as Richter.
Now he's saying he didn't beat Dragon Quest XI.
All right. First of all, Dragon Quest XI said the end. I've had enough arguments about this that like I am not going to fucking even dignify that further. There is literally a thing that says the end. So fuck off.
I don't remember what the end of Symphony of the Night was like. I mean, there have been cases in the past where pretty much everyone has had something happen where they didn't do a game. Has Cameron had that?
For what?
I guess he didn't beat Shadow of War either. That's the one that I would say.
No, fuck off. Shadow of War is no.
Craig, here's the problem with the argument. against.
How is fighting Sauron not enough for you that you have to think that 20 more hours of fighting orcs monotonously is the thing that counts as the true ending, and that's the only ending?
It might be.
It's a fucking obvious true ending, and you're trying to hold it off as it's like the thing.
No, see, to me, a true ending is an ending that you have to do certain parameters. You have to complete certain parameters within the game to unlock. So it's like, it's like a new game plus playthrough, and you beat the Chrysler Tower. Like that's a true ending, or a true ending where you don't fight the final boss and it flips the castle upside down, and you do the same thing backwards.
That's a continuation.
I would say those are more true endings than this one. This one,
How is that not the same thing then?
because Shadow of War, what happened with Shadow of War is the internet decided that the game should have ended there, and that was kind of your justification at the time. You're like, everyone online is saying the game ends here, and I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter.
Your whole argument was that it was a true 4-act thing, which 4 acts in anything doesn't actually exist.
There's 4-act movies.
Therefore, you're wrong.
Quentin Tarantino does 4-act movies all the time. Then they're a little too long, And then you can say it's bad pacing, and I would agree. I would say that Shadow of War has some serious pacing problems at the end. But I mean, that last cutscene is sweet. It becomes
The 4-second cutscene where he puts on a ring and becomes one of the fucking riders? No.
He becomes a ring wraith.
That's not enough.
Because you killed one of the other ones.
Yeah, it's
You you fucking fought Sauron. What more do you want?
I want to become one of the minions, man. I don't think you would get to choose when the game ends. I think the developers choose when the game ends. And the internet can disagree, and they can make good points. And I would agree that the game probably should have ended there, and all of that should have been post-game content. But
It was post-game content.
I don't think it was, man.
It was.
I just think
That was the whole point of the fucking loot boxes that they put in that game, was for that specific part of the game.
It doesn't matter, man. Like, I don't think we get to choose when the game ends, when they're done telling their tale.
If we don't get to choose when the game ends, then we have to complete every possible thing in the game.
No, I don't think that's true. I don't think
that's what you're saying.
I didn't get the platinum. I didn't 100% the game. I just got to the end.
No, I mean for like every ending.
No, I don't think that's every ending. That is just the ending.
It's not the ending. It is a ending. It is, in fact, a second ending.
2 of us decided that the ending happened after the Sauron fight, and then 1 of us got to the ending.
Dude, we had to get every fucking gold in fucking Burnout Revenge in order to see credits.
That's true. The credits argument can fall apart. The credits happen.
It also falls apart in Nier Automata, where there's like literally 26 different endings to the game.
Yeah, but those are bullshit endings. Like
you can't fucking say where the game ends.
Well,
we don't get to decide.
Well, yeah, that's not.
If you fucking eat a fish and then you get the credits, is that not an ending then? Your whole argument is that you had to go on and you had to do this thing to see this cutscene just so you could get the credits. That was basically half of your argument aside from the 4-act thing, which means that the Nier Automata thing, if you just go and eat the damn fish and then you die, it counts as beating the game.
Well,
you might as well count fucking going into the credits in the menu for some games as beating the game.
The problem with that is there's like secret joke endings in Nier Automata. I don't think those all count as endings, because the ending to me is when the story is complete. Because it's a game with a storyline, and when you complete said storyline, the game is over. That's how almost every game that isn't just purely gameplay works. And so for Nier, yeah, there's like a joke thing where you can eat the fish and you'll die, you'll explode. But that's not really them finishing telling their story, because that's not what's supposed to happen to 2B. But your guy in Shadow of War is supposed to go on to become the Ring Wraith, and you can only do that after succumbing to Sauron's influence.
But we already know that it's not actually canon, so it doesn't actually fucking matter. So the whole point is moot.
Well, yeah, but no. Well, now maybe it is canon.
It's not.
It doesn't. There's different levels of retcon. There's retcons that actively change the way the story works, and there are retcons that don't. And Shadow of War, I would say, is a retcon that actually it kind of does change the it does change the actuality, because the whole Nine Kings thing, those guys were supposed to be like actual kings, and your guy's not.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a king, right? Yeah, he's just some dude.
Yeah.
So I guess it does change the story. But not the
It
story.
also changes the story in the fact that they created another fucking ring.
Yeah, that was really weird. But we're basing it off of
It doesn't fucking matter. It's not in there.
the story. To us, when we review the story, we're not reviewing Lord of the Rings, the story, and how this pertains to Lord of the Rings. We can mention that. But this is its own standalone
His
story.
emotional story, everything just ended when you beat Sauron. That whole thing is over. The Wraith was released. You get the special ring that makes him get the same fucking powers. It's the same. It's over. That's why they created the post game and then gave you the little thing of a little tease of him becoming one of the ring wraiths. Because everything else was over. He didn't need to continue anymore. Because it was done. The story was over.
After the ring wraith thing, yeah, you're right. When he becomes a wraith, it's over. He's dead. He's gone.
He was dead before. He died like 1,000 times.
That is true, yeah. He lost his mind. He lost his mind trying to hold back the evil so that the others could prepare. It's actually kind of a dumb explanation, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's so far before, like, Lord of the Rings happens that, like, what are they preparing for? To not get rid of the ring? Like, nobody even knows where it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. But, I mean, we do have other examples. There's the whole Catherine Gate thing, which is a conspiracy theory, but there's that. There's Cuphead. Neither you or Cameron finished Cuphead.
True.
And...
Fuck that game. Fucking its face.
And you refused to play Sekiro, even though it was an Uber game. Because it was too hard and it was taking too long.
Dude, you saw how many fucking hours I put into that. It was like 56 hours and I was nowhere near done.
Is that what you had at the end of the year? Was that one of your top games?
Yeah, it was.
Man.
It was like my second one. I had 56 something hours in there and I was only at Owl. That's halfway through the game.
Yeah, I had a lot of hours at the end of that game too.
That would have been, if we had all done that route, it would have been our longest game easily.
Was that the year of the Exiles?
Yeah, I think we also had Exiles as well, which is why that one was number one, because we were all in the hundreds.
Yeah. Okay, so it would have been up there probably. Yeah, it would have easily been up there, over 100 hours, which is crazy for Sekiro. It's not that long of a game.
Yeah, I think my top three were Conan Exiles, Sekiro, and I think Dragon Quest XI.
Yeah, I can't remember what my
And
third...
Sekiro took longer than Dragon Quest XI.
You didn't even finish it.
No.
Jesus. The thing that pisses me off about Cuphead is it's twofold. One, it's the hardest game I've ever played. Admittedly, I did play it again. I fired it up because we were trying to get Zach to play it to actually get the review done. And I am on the third island already. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm doing the second run and gun, which is really hard.
Dude, I don't want to do any of the running guns. I've got the abilities that I want, so I said fuck it.
There's a lot of good stuff in there, though.
Yeah, there is, but like I have the lobber and the boomerang thing, and I have that one passive that gives me like one extra health point.
There's another one that gives you 2.
Yeah, fuck that one.
It reduces your damage, though. But, I mean, that's one where it depends on what you're getting fucked by. If you're getting fucked by the map, take that and take a slight reduction of damage, because the map fucking you, basically you just need more health. The more health you have, the more likely you are to survive the map trying to fuck you.
I didn't beat Dragon Quest XI in under 50 hours. It was... I think my final time was like around 55. But Sekiro, I had like 56, 57 or something bullshit like that in there.
Oh, you know what? I think Death Stranding was probably my...
Death Stranding wasn't even on my list because that one was like 40 hours. No, I beat that at like 38 hours because I only did the one side quest, which was getting the otter hat.
I wonder if it split it because it was near the end of the year. I'm not sure. I feel like Death Stranding I put a lot of time in, though.
Well, yeah, because the game is like 40 hours long without doing any side quests.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beastly. It's big.
Yeah.
And there's 1,000 side quests.
And there's not really any progression. That's literally just walking.
Yeah, to hipster music.
Yeah, to hipster music.
Man, I can't believe I listened to the full album by those guys. It was really bad.
Well, you had to listen to it like 6 times just playing the game.
Yeah, like I think I just listened to one. I don't even think I listened to the one with the cool song that they have.
The cool
only
song?
Yeah, the only good song, the one in that trailer. It's the only good song they've ever made, as far as I can tell. And, yeah, I was miserable the entire time I listened to that album. I almost quit because I was doing it just to make you mad, just to bother you, which is a really bad idea because I'm the only one suffering because I'm listening to it. You're not. You're just at home doing whatever you're doing. And I'm at work just like in pain. And like I'll do this thing.
You chose to be in pain, though.
I'll do this thing where like I'll just stop listening to it. Like I won't even be thinking about it. I'll be like, all right, next. I'll just like fucking skip off and like go off and do something else. And I won't even be actively thinking about what I'm doing. Even though I'm trying to hog this album just to have it hogged as like a middle finger to Craig. I like multiple times I caught myself like in the middle of putting something else on because I just couldn't stand what was happening. Yeah. Like there was like some deep-seated hatred.
Dude, I remember when you started listening to that, you're like, Craig, I'm listening to Low Roar.
Craig, be mad.
It's like, fucking why?
React, Craig, react. I need it.
You do that all the time. You were like, fucking right after we beat the 50 Cent game, you're just like, Craig, I'm listening to all the 50 Cent albums. And I'm just like... Why the fuck would you do that? Did you not get enough playing the game?
Clickety clank, Craig. The money goes into the piggy bank.
God damn it, dude. Yeah. The best song out of those is still that one that just goes, G-Unit.
Yeah. That's a great song. When the guns come out, that's a good one too.
God, dude, that was like the only song that was playing on my fucking playlist for some reason. I added like everything I could, and for some reason that fucking song was the only one that it would rotate to.
Yeah, damn, that was a fun game. Surprisingly decent. Listen.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, which fucking makes me mad.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been as good as it was.
Even on hard, like, it wasn't nearly as corrupt as many other games that I played on the hardest difficulty.
No. And surprisingly, no glitches.
Yeah.
Weirdly, solidly built 50 Cent.
Yeah, like, who paid this? Who paid for this? Like, it did a decent job. Do it again. We need a third 50 Cent game, I say.
Third one? We haven't even played Bulletproof.
It'll be called Buck 50.
Buck 50?
Yeah, that'll
What has he got, like 2 clones?
Come on, bitch. No, you're the bitch. Yeah, 2 clones. That's the fucking that's the storyline. They cloned 50 Cent. And then his clones joined forces with them to take out another. Oh, we already fought like ISIS in the last one, right? We fought brought it to the Middle East. Who are we gonna fight now? The Chinese. It's like a Chinese war. God, dude. The Chinese cloned 50 Cent twice in order to take him out, and his clones joined forces with them to destroy their creators. In the newest game.
It's just called 50 Cent Buck Fitty.
Buck Fitty. Yeah. Just fucking 350 cents on the cover. Oh, man. I would fucking play that. That would be sweet.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, man. Buck Fitty. Man, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know if I would say I'm the best gamer because of that. I think I have persistence. And that's why I was able to beat Sekiro and I was able to beat Cuphead. I don't know if I'm good because I spent according to the Switch over 40 hours on Sekiro or Cuphead, and that is not me being good at the game. That is me being insanely persistent in playing the game until the game is complete and essentially nothing else. All right, Craig, what else you got for us?
All right, next one is from Joe. He says, should I finally try a weed when I move to Colorado? I'm thinking a single gummy bear edible and a live stream. I mean, if you're going to try a weed, you might as well, like, do the full experience. Why would you only do one gummy?
Yeah.
Is that even enough? Like, I have no idea. I have, like, no experience with this.
I think if you're going to get high...
Well, I don't necessarily mean smoke, but don't do more than one gummy. Like, it seems like that's not enough.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be enough. I mean, I've never really done edibles, but yeah, I guess you could try it. I mean, we had an opportunity to try it when we were on that Kings Peak hike. Which is hilarious because I told Cameron, I was like, "Hey, Cameron, that guy has pot," and he's like, "No, he's a good guy. Like, he doesn't have marijuana. Like, it's fine." It wasn't Kings Peak. It was the other mountains that we did.
Apparently, a single gummy bear is enough.
Oh wow, there you go.
That's weird.
Elbert. It was Mount Elbert. That's right. And there was this guy that was like he looked like a stoner to me. He looked like a stoner. And I was like, Cameron, that guy probably has some pot. And he's like, no, he looks like a good guy. Like, I don't think he has pot. I don't think he has pot. And then like 2 hours later, he's hanging out because we let him camp like in our camping area, basically.
Yeah.
And he comes over to our campfire and he's like, so, you guys want the Colorado experience? And I just like looked over at Cameron. It's like, told you he had pot. Come on, look at him. We had the chance to do it, but we no one did because I was like, oh man, what if I got like drug tested? And I mean, of course I didn't. So I guess I could have. But yeah, I don't know. If you're there, you could try it. It is legal. I mean. I don't know if it really matters to me if it's legal or not. I do plenty of things that are illegal. Like I blow at least one light and a stop sign every day.
Every day?
Every day, yeah. So I don't really care. But that's more because...
Is that like a quota for you?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's like the anti-police... It's like the police have their quota and I've got my quota.
I have to provide a certain amount of crime.
It's my civic duty. Yeah. We all have a civic duty to provide crime to create jobs.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Yeah. But those I acknowledge the intent, though. Like, I'll check and make sure no one's coming, and then I'll just go. Like, it's not like I'm fucking just, like, powering around the corner, just, like, praying to God. I hope no one's there. Fucking drifting around. Yeah, how many years until I murder again? I'm not sure what the quota is at the moment.
He's got to build up his crime bar before he can commit another murder.
Yeah, I got to build up my powers. Fuck. Yeah, I would, I guess I don't know. I don't think it would matter to me whether you did it legally or illegally. I mean, honestly, I don't think it makes a difference. But I don't know. If you want to try it, I guess tell me how it goes. I've only smoked it like twice, and I really didn't like it. But I also drank a shitload, smoked a bunch of tobacco, and then smoked weed. It's like a trilogy. I have to be really drunk to smoke, and then when I smoke, I'm like, fuck it, yeah, give me some of that, and then I can't walk. Like I had to be like dragged.
You can't walk.
Yeah, I had to be like dragged to wherever I'm sleeping. So it's always been a bad experience, but it's always been in conjunction with other things that create bad experiences the next day. So I don't know. I don't know if I dislike it or like it. Haven't really done it since then, which it's been a long time. So I don't know. You could try. I guess you could try it if you want to. I don't really care. I would probably try a little bit, though, if that's what these people are saying. If that's what these guys are hinting at, that one is enough, depending on the content. That would be cool. Like, do like a live stream of you doing something. I don't know what. You got to figure out something interesting to do while you're stoned.
Yeah.
And that could be a fun stream. A fun stream to have.
Yeah, probably play like some like random horror game.
Yeah.
When it gets fucking high.
Something like that, or like
So
maybe
it gets
like
extra paranoid or some bullshit.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Play Flower or like something like that, like some kind of like indie game.
Dude, being high and playing Flower would be awesome.
Yeah,
I can imagine that being pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
because that game is great by itself.
Yeah, just play something like calming like that and just like drift off into relaxation land.
Or Joe just plays it like fucking Jurassic Park game where you build the park.
Yeah. Is that the one with tank controls, or is that another one?
That's that new one they made where it's like a zoo simulator kind of thing where you build the actual park.
Fuck, that's
You remember
awesome.
that? That's on PC for like $40 or some shit.
Fuck, man. That sounds amazing.
I thought you guys knew about that.
Can you like create like fuck ups and like dinosaurs get out and shit? Horror situations?
I think they can, yeah.
Nice.
But I'm not sure what happens about
Do
that.
the Jurassic World where the T-Rex fist bumps the party of people before he goes back into his lair.
Oh, apparently it's on PS4 as well.
Oh, there you go. There you go. All right, one more question. What else do we got?
Another one from Joe. It's kind of a throwaway one. He's asking me if I will ever return to the Puff Puff Hour. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, what's the...
Jake and I would probably have to figure some shit out in order to, like, do that.
What's the holdup? I mean, I know you guys didn't necessarily plan to do all the games. Like, it was
a lot of scheduling issues, especially with, like, Dylan, which kind of led to a pretty big burnout since we weren't able to
continually
do the episodes like right when we beat them, because we were waiting on Dylan for the most part to beat them, and then we had to like wait for him to be open schedule wise.
Okay, so you guys would finish the games and be done for a while.
Oh yeah, like Jake and I would be ahead by 2 or 3 games waiting for Dylan to catch up.
Oh wow. Jeez.
Yeah, that's how it got like towards the end. So we were just kind of like, all right. I was the one who basically was like, yeah, let's just fucking end the show when we beat the mainstream ones, because it's not gonna. If we're gonna keep doing this is not great.
Yeah. Do you think there's a future where just the two of you come back, or do you think it would destroy the dynamic of the show as established?
I think Jake and I could probably get away with it.
All right, maybe you should then. I don't know. I've always thought about like, because I've been in this mood lately where I want to add a show to the network, but I don't really have time. The only show
That's
I have,
why we need to do the book one. It's one that we can just do while listening at work, and then it's easy as fuck for us to just record for like an hour.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we could do that one pretty easily.
Because it's not going to take up any extra time to do it, really, other than like the hour or two that we take in recording to talk about the book.
Yeah. That one's easy. The one I want to do, though, is the me like riffing on shows with the wife. I think that would be a really fun one, especially because The Bachelor just came back on apparently, and I'm ready. I mean, I was born ready to make fun of.
You want to do that one that you were talking about?
Yeah,
with Alex,
where I just make fun of all of the shows that she watches as like a male comedy relief for all the dudes out there getting forced to watch garbage with their girlfriends and wives.
Shouldn't you just do one for like Grey's Anatomy and Friends?
Oh, fucking
and,
Grey's
like,
Anatomy
all
pisses
those
me
other
off.
ones that like all women watch.
Dude, Grey's Anatomy
Keeping
is so
up with
irritating.
The Kardashians.
Yeah, that's irritating too. Obviously,
Jersey Shore, maybe.
I've never watched that, but it's irritating too.
Those would all be shows that you'd have to like do
Snooki.
a riff track on.
Yeah. I remember that South Park, the Snooki watch Snows.
She fucking rapes Cartman in the fucking what restaurant were they in? It's like an Applebee's or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Chuckarama, I don't remember. Oh man.
Yeah. That's the reason why, Fringe. It's perfect because I'm spending more time with her and we're doing a show out of it. So like I can get my rocks off for the podcast and then of course later my actual rocks off. It's a win-win. and we provide, hope for men in times of need watching these shows. I would like to do that. I think that'd be fun. But part of that idea though, or to get back to the Puff Puff Hour, was like I was thinking about things that I could do that don't take a ton of extra time. Yeah, and I think the book one's a good one. I just need to get to a place where I'm ready to do something like that. Basically, I need to get past the Wheel of Time, which
you only have like 3 books or
5.
What are you at? What book are you on?
I'm on 10. So I've got 10, 11,
What are you
12,
planning
13,
on reading
14.
New Spring?
There's 15 counting New Spring, isn't there?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm going to finish 10. Got to do 11. Got to do 12. Got to do 13. Got to do 14. I might do New Spring just for the hell of it, but it's a prequel, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's about Moraine and Lan.
But since the wheel is circular, technically that would be next, right?
I mean, if you want to think about it that way, then kind of.
Although that would also condemn me to eternity of listening to it over and over and over, which would be hell. Because of the women in the books.
You're about to get to the point where it's going to go by fast, though. Because books 11, 12, 13, and 14 are all great.
I know, everyone, I've been told, but man, I don't even listen anymore when it's the Aes Sedai, Craig. I don't even listen. Like, I tune out. I think about anything else.
You're going to get a lot less of them.
I kind of hope they all die.
I can't say anything, but you're probably going to like book 14.
Okay. Really tired of them. They're plotting, and it doesn't even amount to anything. They just make these grand plans, and they never get to do it. Yeah, it's driving me crazy, but I'm going to finish those. So, like, other than that, though, like, I've been thinking about these ideas for growing the network, because we have a good amount of shows on the network, right? We have Ultima, we have Nude Clan, we have For Future Can Some More, we have the Godzilla podcast, we have Puff Puff Hour, we have Getting Fat with Caleb and Joe, and we have Super Sexy Swingin' Fanfiction. It's 7 shows on our network. Of those 7 shows, Nude Clan is active, Ultima is active-ish, Godzilla is active-ish. That's it. Like, we have a bunch of dead shows. They're not all dead, per se. Like, Schweiss and Johnson, we have plans to do one more episode. We haven't done anything to make that happen, like watching the last season again. So there's plans for that. Puff Puff is kind of dead now. Super Sexy's dead now. Godzilla and UFF, they're not dead, but they're like rare now. We don't do them very often. We do them when we can. And so I've been thinking about like what ways to get the network back up and like have new content either through new shows or through revitalization of other podcasts. And that's why I was thinking about the Puff Puff Hour semi recently. So I think that's a good question, and I would like to see you guys do some of the spinoff stuff. Not everything has to be Ultima centric, where you do all of it. But I think there's a yearning for it in the community. There aren't that many Dragon Quest podcasts out there.
No, there's not.
And I don't know. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to see it. There's a lot of people that miss that show. So
I would, if we did that, one of the episodes that I would definitely want to have would be you and Joe playing Dragon Quest XI, and then joining us to talk about it. Since it would be like your first Dragon Quest after playing nothing but Final Fantasy and having never played a Dragon Quest before.
Yeah, that could be cool. That could be interesting. We'll have to see. If we can make that happen. But yeah, I've just been thinking about that. Like, we have a good sized network with a decent amount of episodes, but a bunch of shows that aren't putting out content. So I kind of want to have either another show with content or bring back content to one of those older shows. So, and I think Puff Puff is a good example of a place where we could do that, especially because Jake has a bunch of the spin-off games because he was planning on it. Because you guys near the end, I think mostly I was like trying to like push, hey, you guys should do like the spin-offs and you should do all the stuff. Because why not? And I don't know if it was something internally happening or if it was just like,
we were kind of planning on doing some of that, but like I said, we were waiting for a really long time for games to get like reviewed, so we were just kind of like, maybe we should just kind of like back off a bit.
Yeah, and the show spanned for a long time. It was like I think it was over a year.
Yeah,
just for those 11 games, and it's fine. It was just weird because I think, and I can't remember correctly, I feel like Puff Puff started before Schweiss and Johnson, and I think we finished before you guys. So like in the entirety of Schweiss and Johnson was during the Puff Puff run. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't remember.
I think a good portion of it was, but you guys were still doing a couple episodes after we were done, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. There was something like that. It was either a lot or the whole thing. So yeah, the delays were pretty big. But I think that's something to consider, and I think honestly, and another thing about this, Jake just needs a fucking podcast. Like, he needs a podcast bad. Like, he needs something. And he won't. I've tried to tell him, like, you should just make like a rare games podcast where you review these like weird games that aren't really commonly talked about. Throw it out there. But I don't know. I think he needs somebody to kind of bounce.
Be on the other side.
Yeah, I need somebody to bounce ideas off of, or it doesn't work out for him.
Right.
At least theoretically. I don't know if that's true or not, but so I don't know. I think it'd be cool. And maybe you can talk with Dylan. I don't know if Dylan would be down. I haven't talked to him for a while, but if you could bring everybody back, that could be fun. But if not, then you and Jake could do it.
I doubt it, but yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Guys, that's going to be it for us this week. Please leave us your voicemails, 385-204-3921. That's 385-204-3921. We are going to be doing like a mega fucking drawing. I think I'm going to wait till I beat Ghost of Tsushima, and then we're going to do the drawing for the last like 5 months. So it's going to be like a Christmas special where we're going to give away all of the games that we have. We should do a horror genre podcast. Oh, man. I don't know. The hard thing about that as well is you have to be into whatever you're doing. And I don't know if we're really into
You and
that.
Jake like survival horror games.
Yeah, we like the games, but I don't know.
But then again, you'd have to play alone in the dark.
Yeah, we probably
And
would.
those games are shit.
We probably would. But I feel bad. The reason why I keep delaying the drawings, it's not because I don't want to do them. It's not because I don't have time to do them. The problem is we have these games on the ballot, these games that are lined up that we should have played a long time ago, but because of scheduling and like working too much and all of the things that happen, we don't get them done in time. And I feel like it's not fair to the people who have donated to not give them a chance to win the games that we should have reviewed months ago. That's the reason why I haven't done it yet. It's not really an issue of the timing, or I guess it is our timing. So just so you guys know, we're gonna have the drawings and we're gonna have these games available within the drawings. Yeah. Report us to the fucking to Patreon. Shut us down. I'm surprised we haven't been shut down anyway, honestly, with the shit we fucking pull.
Report it's to Sony for hate speech.
Yeah. But we don't really post the episodes on Patreon anymore, so that's probably part of it. But we will get that done, and we will get that to you guys very soon. Thank you all so much for hanging out for this episode of Nude Clan. Consider donating to the Patreon. Patreon.com. You can search Nude Clan Podcast. You can subscribe to our Twitch channel. We are live streaming this episode right now. You can go over there. You can hit that sweet, sweet sub button. If you have a Amazon Prime account, you get a free sub that you can sling around wherever the fuck you want. Please consider sending it our way. It's a great way to support the show. Another great way, obviously, share it with friends, man. Get the word out there. Bring out your hog. Represent. And last but not least, all of this and so much more can be found on our website, audibletrial.com/nudeclan.
It's the greatest site in the world. I use it every day.
Every day, yeah. Go there, get your Audible trial, get a book for free, and welcome. If you listen to this podcast, chances are you have a lot of downtime or a lot of recovered time from, doing chores, doing something around the house, something where you're allowed to listen. And if you're allowed to listen to this, you probably are allowed to listen to a book. And it's awesome. If you're busy, it's amazing. It's so much better than not being able to read at all. And it sucks because I really like to actually read, but what happens when I actually read is I just fall asleep. Because it's relaxing. I'm relaxed and comfortable when I read, so I just go to sleep because I don't get enough sleep. So if you're like that, if you're too busy, if you got a lot going on, do yourself a favor. Check out Audible.
It's
and join us.
life-changing.
It is, yeah. Craig's life has been changed by Audible.
It really has.
Your listening stats are disgustingly...
Dude, hold on, I'll bring them up right now.
Disgustingly high. Now everybody...
I want to whip out my Audible dick.
Yeah, everybody get the Audible dick out.
I love that there's a stats button.
I know.
All right, so I own 209 books. And my listening time is 5 months, 3 days, 6 hours, and 49 minutes.
Craig, I don't even think we talked during the 4-month period. I don't even think I asked you. You just skipped over 4 and went to 5 months. That's insane. Mine is 1 month, 10 days, 14 hours, and 28 minutes.
Dude, since I started doing an extra day of work in July...
You've been working 5 days since July?
Yeah, dude. I've been doing 50 hours since July, and it's going to go into 2021. I have no doubts. I don't know how long it's going to keep going.
At least you get it 5 days a week, though. You still get 2 days off.
Yeah.
That's the thing I hate about, for me, I have to do 6. I mean, I don't have to, but, So I didn't know you've been doing it for that long.
Yeah, and I've got I have 3 12-hour days that I have to do 3 times. Once before Thanksgiving, and then once before Christmas Eve, and then once before New Year's Eve. So that's going to be fun.
Well, you'll make a lot of money this year, I guess.
Yeah, I will. I don't know how that's going to affect my tax returns.
It shouldn't be that much. They're pretty big brackets. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
So yeah, go there. Join Craig. Join me. A lot of great books. Great books on any subject under the sun.
Well, for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. And until next time,
enjoy the nude.
Live always in the nude. Jesus fucking Christ.
The nude.
Nude, 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 nude.
The nude.
Yeah!